Hi gardeners. It's early in the morning because it's hot in coastal Virginia and very humid. It is only 8:20 and we're already starting to sweat, but I wanted to show you what to do with a cold compost pile. A lot of you have said that you don't have a chance to build a large pile that would generate a lot of heat. Well, this is what I've been using for lawn waste. You see here some grass clippings and kitchen waste. They have various leaves that are no longer good for the kitchen. And I have just loosened this, and this is going to be a nice surprise for both of us. I just had it held in by a couple of screws. This has been almost a year of cold composting. And we're going to take a look at the bottom. Very dry, but very rich and brown. I haven't been watering this one at all. And it has a very nice earthy quality. A year in the making, no excessive temperatures. And so we're going to just harvest this in a different manner. Rather than turning it like we did with the other pile, we're just going to the bottom and getting the best compost out. We'll use our bucket and take it over to the garden and fertilize in small bits. And notice that we're leaving the rest of the pile in there to continue curing. Okay? Now you can go to the big box stores, you know, the ones that rhyme with Loan Depot and Hose, and they will get you for $50 or $60 or more little plastic compost bins that you can turn. They'll have an opening in the top where you can put material and a window in the bottom where you can take it out. But here, I'm doing the exact same thing for lumber and scraps that I've had lying about the house. It isn't pretty, but it's functional, and functional is the key here. And in the end, do you want to save money or not? And yet still have your garden with good rich material. And we're going to take this over to the garden and spread it out a bit, okay? Say hi to Trooper. Hi to Trooper, he's enjoying the shade. Now just to show you what's happening here, our squash plant is performing nicely. That'll be a nice meal in a day or two. But other squash plants haven't been doing as well. These are a little close together, as you can see. Once again, an experiment. And if you remember, way back when we planted these carrots, we have had a mixed bag with carrots. And there's one problem. We've had compaction of the soil. If you get that and they break off, lots of times you can worm it out. There we go. Now that's supposed to be a few inches longer, but the knots haven't done well in this soil. That's still a nice carrot, I just wish it were bigger. These over here, as you can see, are the short and sweets, and they are very short. Had some people trying out some of the short and sweets that we had harvested the other day. This one looks better. There we are. So small carrots, that'll be good with potatoes in the oven. We love roasting these vegetables all together here. That one has a chance at being bigger. Yeah. So the scarlet knots are about 3 inches long. The short and sweets have gone a little bit smaller. Part of that is soil, and remember, it's been a year building that pile back there. So these things haven't had as much nutrition, and we're going to change that today. Just going to put this right here. There we go. I do like to break up clumps. As you can see, the material has become very friable here. And that's because it's very much in condition. All it is a little dry. Now, how much should you apply? I try to get about 1 inch around the plants. And we have enough here for these. You can always use some garden tool to break it up. Sometimes you get a better idea just by using your hands. I'll pour the rest out. There we are. So as you can see, we had about half of a 2-gallon bucket there. And in this section of the garden, that's going to give us right about our inch of coverage that we wanted to have. This will add nutrients to these plants, and it will help retain moisture. You can see the heat has just dried this out. I've been watering it every day, and look at the state of the soil. You saw how hard it was over here to get the carrots out. Now with this prettier compost around, we'll have better soil retention, and we'll start getting some nutrients to these squash plants. All right? Thanks so much for watching this. I hope this gives you some hope for smaller gardens. Here I just have one 3 by 8 foot raised bed. Still haven't managed to take down Son of Leonidas yet. This wonderful 2-year-old Swiss chard. It's just been a wonderful guy. But we have a lot of squash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if half of those develop fruit, we'll be really happy. And we'll continue harvesting the carrots too. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. Remember, folks, like, share, and you can grow your own food. Goodbye.